So this is the 5th Adventism, a little special at the end. It's gonna be just a short one because you might be able to tell from my voice and things. We're a bit sick and tired, and the first week of school has already happened, so I'm running a little bit late. But I have recorded a couple of vlogs for you, so I'm gonna edit them in. And you're going to see some glimpses of some orders that I sent out, some tarot cards and some letter writing, which I've really enjoyed. I will take you along for my New Year's Day, a little ritual thing to the shepherd's hut. So my name is Mimi. I live and podcast from Berlin, and at Christmas I make a VLOGMAS special where I collect vlogs for a week and then edit on the weekend or Monday, Tuesdays of the following week, and there is weekly kind of short episodes of my podcast. It involves mending and knitting and sewing, and this year we had the stash event where I unboxed my calendar that I'd made myself with things and scraps and little mini skeins from my stash. I absolutely loved it, and I finished the project, so I have a couple of visual glimpses as an intro. So you would have already spotted the Stashment project, which is this cat vent cowl, a design by Morna, who is Berg on the interwebs, and she makes amazing stitch markers and jewellery, and I think she lives on a houseboat, so it's very exciting. And she designed this colourwork cowl, and I used the random scraps and minis from my Stashment Advent calendar in it. And I really love the finish because you kind of slightly twist it, so the lines that I would have knitted straight, and you will see a couple of glimpses of the project now, or in the next little vlog compilation. It then kind of gets a little bit of a shift, and I kind of like it, and it wears really well. My daughter popped it over her head and she said it was very soft, so I'm really happy to give it to her to have. She's doing this, she's on the sofa with me because she's feeling very poorly. So I'm extra happy it has got a happy recipient as a present, and also just a project of making all these colours sing together. I loved it. There is some Mondim by Rosa Pomar, there is some Hallo Wolle, there is some Tika yarn, there is some Finul. I have a lot of lovely stash share by Vibeke, who is Knit Pearl. She sent me, for example, this lovely kind of alpaca fluffy soft yarn, and again this burgundy and a tweed. Then during our Weihnachtswichten at the Wollen Berlin Knit Night, I got these 2 mini skeins that are by Frida Fuchs, and I absolutely loved it. That I immediately added it into the cowl. I was at that point, and I wound it. You see it in one of the previous Adventism. I'm kind of crazily winding during knit night, and added this color work in to there. There is more rosa pommade, and then these very ghosty cat faces, which I love. You might have spotted them in the in one of the close-ups. Oh, there's some amazing Tulliver yarn, which is plant dyed. She made me a mini skein for my birthday, which is this really deep red. And there's some snail yarn from a set of minis that I bought at Berlin Knits in 2017 in these kind of chai latte colors. Yeah, Tika yarn, this really deep jewel tone, berry purple, and then Hello Walla with the purples and this rainbow. Oh, I just absolutely adored knitting this. There's lots of scraps in there from my Rockhopper shawl, for example, or from my cry mitts, so things that remind me of Anna Maltz, who I miss dearly. And then the very last unboxing, I might have shared that last time, but I will share it again in this little vlog, is avocado dyed yarn that I made myself. So I was really, actually that was kind of like a ping to my heart to see that the plant dyed yarn I'd made myself was my Christmas present from my stash run calendar, serendipitously, by surprise, basically. Had so much fun knitting that. The other project I was knitting were the Kia socks for my son, but I've only got one finished. The other one is in my backpack because it's currently my commuting sock and I'm about here. So I've got all this still to knit. There's a couple of more commutes, I reckon. Let's say next week might be finished, and that's when I'm recording the normal, ordinary January podcast. So I'm hoping to show you a pair of finished socks. So that was what I was knitting in around the same time. And I was knitting my Penguono, which is now finished. I finally wove in all the end bits on Monday. And I'm super excited because it was a long-term project. I was again stash busting and adding lots of yarns together, marling, so it's a real good project using up scraps and finery, because there's also some stash treats in there, and I just absolutely love the colours. I'm gonna add in a little bit of a clip now, and then I'll have a quick chat before I'm off. So the Penguono was knit from all sorts of yarns, but the kind of New Year's or kind of end of year stash treat that I got out was this amazing speckled The Wool Kitchen from Helen. It's called Champagne Supernova, and I marled it together with Wonderproppen, which is Frida Fuchs yarn in the colorway Sesame, which is one of my absolute favorite Frida Fuchs yarn colorways. It's very subtle, but I guess that's almost what I like. It goes in of creams, pinks into like a beigey brown, but it has like a very pink main hue. And this Penguono is called the Strawberry Minty, so I had to cast off with Strawberry Minty a yarn. One is the Juliet in a very pink colorway. I will try and put the name down here because I forgot. And then the other, the kind of minty color, is tweed and a kind of single ply woolen yarn that Vibeke gave me when I first said I was gonna knit Penguono my size after I had shrunk the Penguono pattern and knit it for my daughter. She'd sent me a whole box sharing her stash, so I'm really happy. It's kind of full circle of finally, you know, doing this massive, honestly, days of I-cord bind off with something Vibeke had sent me. So thank you so much, Vibeke, for sharing your beautiful stash yarns, I think 2, maybe 3 years ago. And I hope you love the bag that I made you a half a year ago. Oh, I'm always a bit delayed, but good things take time, and I'm glad you're one of my patient maker friends who understands that, you know, time taken is time invested, and that it kind of grew. I hope you enjoyed the bag that I sewed. Yeah, there was lots more making in the last weeks, but I'll savor that for the podcast. I'm very happy to wear the Penguono now that it's finished, and to share some more of my kind of trip to the shepherd's hut with you now, and some mail, and then at the very end I'll just show some of my knitting in progress, so that you've got a little bit of a sneak peek for the January Yarnchix podcast episode, coming to you from Berlin, from the sofa. I was so happy to sit with our tree, which I usually do. I'm gonna quickly film that and then try and edit this as quick as I can, because I know I'm running late. Wishing you a happy 2020, and I hope you find me in all the Instagram Ravelry areas knitting, and I will have some time away from screens as well. But I'm super excited to join the Stash Down Together Mal by lovely Fran. So you will see more of my stash busting love and care. I'm super thankful for Stephen West because he makes amazing stash busting patterns. Here, little tip from me. And yeah, we'll be mending a lot this year because I found a lot of projects that I want to better, improve somehow. I'm gonna stay the same, and I hope you stay the same, and that we just build a betterment and some healing for this world. Thank you so much for your time, and see you next time. Bye!
Ooh. I've just woken up, so I'm really swollen up and stuff because Marie had still a bit of a nervous night. She was climbing all over my pillow. She does this kind of rotation of me trying to wake me up. But it's nice to be out here. There was hardly any fireworks and the kids were just having such a good time hanging out, playing games and deciding some of the music, and it was really nice. Our kids actually fell asleep before midnight, which is, I kind of understand that. Our kids are quite good sleepers, and yeah, they didn't really want to push through, but our friends' kids stayed up, and it was kind of fun to just have this magic New Year's moment with other kids. And then our eldest got up again, so he's a teenager. He was then a bit grumpy, but happy to be there. I'm filming bits and bobs again, like a little vlog, but wanted to just say have a really happy 2020, or honest 2020. A lot of healing, a lot of going inwards and looking after yourself. I'm gonna film a little New Year's ritual and do a bit of knitting and have my coffee, and yeah, I hope you had a chance to have a moment to yourself. Like, I'm just having a moment to myself because everyone went for a New Year's walk whilst I was still sleeping. But I think I'll go for a little walk later, or maybe my man will be happy to walk out into the forest again with me later on. Just to say, I didn't just use a kid's drawing to burn with my wishes on purpose. Oh, I did use that on purpose. I didn't use it deliberately because I didn't like the artwork, but I won the New Year's Eve bingo, and as part of the bingo we had a prize that somebody gets a piece of paper with a list of wishes by everyone in the group, but it was kind of too busy an evening to actually write down all those wishes, so I got a unicorn drawing by one of the little ones, and she said, I've drawn it all, I coloured it all in for you multicoloured because I know you like many colours. And I said, oh, I really wish for a unicorn. And then I think one of the youngest, a 2-year-old, made a little scriggly note on the back, and I thought actually those 2 wishes are the best to come from the group, and I'll use it with my own wishes, because that's also what the little girl said. She said, you can just write your own wishes down. So I thought I'll give them up to the fire goddesses. And yeah, it wasn't because I didn't like the artwork, I liked it very much, but it kind of went together, and I added my own wishes for the new year, and let's see what's gonna happen in 2020. I'm very nosy.
Everybody. Swallows. Swallows.
Across the new year because of the special letter you will receive with it. Basically, I've decided to write a New Year's greetings to the 10 first orders placed on Etsy since that announcement, and they will all go out today. I will pull a tarot card thinking of you and send you a kind of personal New Year's wish, and I'm very excited to do that. But for now I'm going to pack orders and add this to my 5th Adventism Vlogmas as a little, you know, clip. So see you later for a bit of tarot and a bit of podcasting, I suppose. Which is funny because in Germany we say, wenn die 5. Kerze brennt, dann hast du Weihnachten verpennt. So when the 5th candle gets lit, you've overslept. Christmas is gone, been and gone, you missed it. And yeah, I do this so as to kind of give a bit of a glimpse behind the scenes. There's a lot of mending, sewing, knitting, and I finished some project and I managed to send out lots of posts, which was lovely. There was a special in my Etsy shop where any orders placed between Christmas and the 6th of January, as it turned out, because I did this thing where I said the next 10 orders will receive a special New Year's card, and I've just drawn the tarot cards for the last 4, so it's kind of like a personalized card and letter from me with one card as a little outlook. I kind of held you in my heart and my thoughts, and I drew a card, and I wonder if you're gonna like it, what you think. And yeah, I'm quite happy people placed orders. I thought I'd come on here wearing it this way as well to say goodbye. I've loved the Vlogmas. I felt a little bit more loose, or well, less stressed about it, and I think because they're smaller formats, they kind of slot together quite nicely. I hope you've enjoyed this season of Adventism. They'll be back next year, and there will be a little Yarnchix podcast January episode, like I've just said, as well as the Yarnchix Tarot Outlook, which is just a little kind of glimpse. As part of that, this year I will do a little review of last year, so I'm gonna rewatch it myself and talk you through that, and then I will draw some cards for what's happening to Yarnchix podcast in 2020, plus give you a little bit of spill of my reading of those tarot cards. It's kind of a special January thing I do. Then I'm recording vlogs for Patreon, and yeah, then January will be over. So see you soon. I hope you have a really nice evening. From me and the cards, see you later.